Alright, so for this video I wanted to break down the creative process behind Nightmares, give you, basically listen to it side by side with you, explain some lyrics that I might have put in or some effects that you might not have noticed, and just basically give a breakdown of why exactly I did what I did. I thought this would be really interesting for people to just get more of an understanding of why I was thinking what I was thinking at the time. So we're just gonna let's just start it and go ahead and get into it. Before I start it fully, I just want to say the two instrumentals were actually made by, one was made by Cody and the other one I could never find, so that's why this ended up being a free song on all free platforms for you guys. So that's just a breakdown of the beats.
I had a dream, something that hit me so deep. I had a dream.
Okay, so just to start off, my whole idea for the very beginning part was I drop in, almost like I'm falling from the sky, and I land and boom. So this would be, ideally this would be like the sound of you falling into a dream. You're kind of going through someone's head and then, you know, so.
Shit was so real I can't sleep. I had a dream, and fuck I don't know what it means. I had a dream, I gotta explain what it's saying. I was always on the road trying to make money out with all the bros.
Okay, so just a little mixing tip that I picked up along the way of making music. A lot of what I do is doubling layers, and so in this particular song I add a few more, ad-libs in the background of dream. It's so in one it's a really higher pitch. It's the same just to sort of animate. This is a larger picture. This isn't just this isn't my own environment. This isn't me alone. This is a lot of people, and so you can hear it when I say dream. It's kind of like there's other people listening to me. So that was the idea behind that.
Shit was so real I can't sleep. I had a dream, and fuck I don't know what it means. I had a dream, I gotta explain what it's saying. I was always on the road trying to make money out with all the bros.
Okay, and then it happens again. So this is, obviously it was a piece of the instrumental, but it kind of added to the entire ambience of the song. So I say I gotta explain what the scene, and then we go into another one of those transitionary sound effects where it's like we're whooshing back into the song again. So now I'm walking you through the dream that I'm about to have.
There were all these people watching me, I had to move some way to people lurking on the low. I was only doing things I was supposed to, the music still ain't working for me though. That's a whole different story, I was feeling sorry, still my girl believed in my flow. It was like 10 years later, growing beard, I don't know what happened to me. Government subsidiaries of impoverished communities. Don't know how I got there, but I was down now on my knees. Kick me down while I'm on the ground, cause that shit still ain't hit a peak. I was needing something, I was missing something. I was working so fucking hard, my life ain't give me coverage. Looking for a way out now, I can slowly hear it bugging. Hit a door, knock hard now, I can hear the changes coming.
Okay, so as you can hear, it sort of alludes to another transitionary phase in the song. So you can sort of hear this really hard knock at the end, like it's starting to, something's coming at this moment, and then we get to this transition between the two beats. But before that, we're sort of giving you some foreshadowing, giving you exactly what you need to know beforehand, before it all happens. So if you listen real closely, you can hear this. That's sort of cutting into the beat.
Now I'm on the ground, he said don't speak too fucking loud. The chroma's on my head, I'm all alone, I cannot make a sound.
Okay, so there was a whole lot happening right there. So I just want to break it down. So we start with, the really hard knocks on the door, just to sort of align with the bass. It all stops and slows down. The song, the instrumental cuts out, and all you hear are these really loud knocks against the door, obviously to signify someone's knocking in or breaking in. And then there's this sort of sound effect of like inhaling really deeply or being sort of surprised. And so I sort of put that throughout the song, especially in the beginning, because there's a lot of shock value in what is actually happening in this dream. There's a lot of instruments happening all at once, so I needed to really make that impact, and I wanted it all to climax at that moment. So you can see, I guess it doesn't climax right there, but you can see all the instrumentation kind of leads into one another right here.
There's safety outside if I reach it, but it's way too far away. Pieces that he's stealing make me start to think of better days. Microphone I started with.
So another piece of this moment in the song is that I really wanted for it to come out fast. I needed it to come like as if you were getting robbed. You weren't expecting it. Everything is happening so fast. So now we go from this sort of flowing, I had a dream, whatever, to now everything's happening. I'm on the ground. It's all in your face at this moment.
Don't have protection from the rays, it make me feel like fuck it. If I die, then I might be okay.
Okay, so right there, that's another instance. I really like to play with pitch effects. Everything with pitch, it adds a whole new element, especially in storytelling. So if I don't necessarily have someone else to play the part that I'm looking for, I like to at least add some pitch variation. And so in this particular instance, I played this role of death and this role of I'm not afraid to die at this point. So I'm gonna play that one more time just so you can hear that. Okay, so what ends up happening is, I say fuck it. It's like it's this moment where I'm tired of whatever's happening. I'm ready to face my fears, and so even in the back of my head when I'm saying that, it's almost like the devil on my shoulder speaking to me, like, this might not necessarily be the best choice, but my brain's telling me this is the best choice. And so usually, you hear those cliche villains usually have, a real deep voice, a darker presence. So that was really just to show that side of what I was thinking.
Don't have protection from the rays, it make me feel like fuck it. If I die, then I might be okay. Kill me if you want to.
Okay, so again, this is another effect that I use fairly often. This particular instance, I used it more as sort of a symbol for a gun shooting off or something like that. So afterwards, I'm like, I'll be okay. If I die, then that'll be okay. And then it trails off, right? And so the idea is that, the number of times the delays in that one is just like it's sort of symbol for a gun shooting off. So I'll be okay until it ends, until the delay ends, which it does, just like if someone was to get shot. So
me if you want to, just tell my family I love you and sorry to drag you down when I was falling, doing what I love to. He gets a smirk on his face, opens the door to leave. Bag worth less than $50 or less a piece. I swear to God I'ma kill him. I go to reach for my keys, and in an instant shawty walks in with a new pair of jeans. She's screaming.
Okay, so obviously that was, I go to reach for my keys. I like to add a little bit of sound that makes you feel like you're really there. So the sound effect of you going to grab a key, you just pick it up off the counter, whatever you're doing, it makes that jingle. And so that was just to kind of emphasize that noise.
I love you, but I cannot live this way. I trusted you in my life, now I just don't feel the same. I packed up all my bags, I hope that you get through the pain. And maybe one day you can understand it's you to blame. Yeah, damn, hit me right to the core. Stomach turning and my heart sunk straight to the floor. Had a feeling it was.
Now just a small I guess just a detail in the song. So Cody, who is one of the producers for the second beat, his beat tag is the perfect, right? But it plays a really large role actually in the song, because throughout the song there's this, it's almost like a parallel to what exactly we're doing. So if you think about, everything's going terribly wrong and something just keeps adding on top of it, on top of it, on top of it, and then you have this perfect tag that comes in right at the moment when something new is happening or there's another trouble. So it really did add another element to the song that I was able to incorporate into the lyrics.
What happened, but I wasn't real sure. Now my whole life crashed cause my job was a chore. Yeah, and then it went from bad to worse in a second. Same robber saw the jeans that my girl had been repping. She been screaming with a gun held close to her head. My body churning, I can't move, it's like I'm stuck to the bed. Please.
OSU FTW, alert, Stillwater police are responding to a potential hostage situation in the 200 block of Elm Street. Stay out of the area until further notice.
Okay, so the ending, there's actually not much of a story there. Basically, after I'd made this song, maybe about 4 or 5 months later, I got this voicemail in my phone, and it essentially, I believe it was just it didn't actually, like, there wasn't actually a hostage situation, but it was potentially a threat. So We checked out the area. I wasn't even in Stillwater at the time it was happening, but I knew it fit the theme of the song really well, and I felt like it would close the song perfectly. So I incorporated it at the end. I added TV static, cutting out, and just it tied. You know, that was just like the cherry on top, or the tying the ribbon at the end of the song. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy this. I really wanted to do a breakdown and like give you the small details that if you weren't really looking for them, you might not notice. And so tell me if you enjoyed it. Give me any reviews that you might think of the song. Make sure to check it out. It'll be either in the description or you'll be able to find a link somewhere. So it is called Nightmare. And that, yeah. So I hope you have a great day and see you later.